Hello guys, today we are starting with the techniques of scientific management. There are different techniques given by scientific manager, that is F.W. Taylor. He talks about the factory system. The former represents the managerial figure with whom the workers are in face-to-face contact on the daily basis. The foreman is the lowest ranking manager and the highest ranking worker. We are talking here about functional foremanship. Taylor has concentrated on improving the performance of this rule in the factory setup. He identified and said, if a person is a good supervisor or a foreman, he can get the work done easily, efficiently, and effectively, for which he has proposed 8 specialists. So functional foremanship is a technique which aims to improve the quality of supervisors at shop floor by putting a worker under 8 specialist foremen. This technique has 2 subparts, planning and execution. Under the category planning, we have 4 subtypes: instruction card clerk, route clerk, time and cost clerk, disciplinarian. Under production in charges, we have speed boss, gang boss, repair boss, and inspector. The duty of instruction card clerk is to draft instruction for the workers. Routine clerk, he specifies the route of production, whereas time and cost clerk prepares time and cost sheet. Disciplinarian ensures the discipline. Moving on towards the speed boss, his duty is to responsibility is to work, check the time and accuracy of the completion of the job. Gang boss, he keeps the machine and tools ready for operations by the workers. Repair boss is the one who ensures proper working conditions of machines and tools. An inspector to check the quality of work. So each worker will have to take orders from these 8 foremen in the related process of production. Moving on to the next one, after functional foremanship, we have standardization and simplification. Simplification aims at eliminating superfluous varieties, size and dimension, while standardization implies devising new varieties instead of the existing one. Standardization refers to the process of setting standards for every business activity. It can be standardization of any process, raw material, time, product, machinery, method, or working condition. So these standards are the basically benchmark which must be adhered to during production. What is the objective? The objective is to reduce a given line or product to a fixed type, size and characteristics. Next is to establish interchangeability of manufactured parts and products. Next is to establish standards of excellence and quality in material. Last one, to establish standards of performance of men and machine, whereas simplification aims at eliminating unnecessary diversity of products. It ensures in saving of cost of labor, machines and tools. It implies reduced inventories, full utilization of equipment and increasing turnover. So this was all in standardization and simplification. Now moving on towards the scientific study of work, we have different studies. One by one we will do it. The first one is method study. The objective of method study is to find out one best way, method of doing the job. It helps to minimize the cost of production and maximize the quality of satisfaction to the customers. So for this purpose, many techniques like process charts and operation research are used. Right from the procurement of raw material till the final product is delivered to the customer, every activity is a part of method study. Moving on towards the next one is a motion study. It studies the movement like lifting, putting objects, sitting and changing position, etc., which are undertaken while doing a particular job. For example, how your body is making a motion, such as motions which are productive, motions which are incidental, motions which are unproductive. So with the help of stopwatch and various symbols and colors, it has been identified. What is the objective? Why we are behaving in this manner? Why we are doing this study? Just to eliminate unnecessary and wasteful movements so that it take less time to complete the job efficiently, and it helps to increase productivity. Next is time study. It is a technique to determine the standard time. That is the time taken by a worker of reasonable skills and efficiency to perform a well-defined job. Time study. It measures the used different type of task. The standard time which is to be fixed for the whole work. So this is being read. The method of time study will depend upon the volume and frequency of the task, the cycle of the operation, and time measured cost. What is the objective? Why we are doing all this? Just to determine the number of workers to be employed. You can frame suitable incentive schemes and determine the labor cost. Moving on to the next one, we have fatigue study. Every person who is working will feel tired. This is obvious. So he can feel physically as well as mentally tired. So we need rest intervals. The rest intervals will help them to regain stamina and work again with the same capacity. This will result in increased productivity. So fatigue study seeks to determine the amount and frequency of rest intervals in completing a task. Moving on to the last technique given by Taylor is differential piece weight system. According to Taylor, the standard time and other parameters should be determined on the basis of work study technique, that is time study, method study, etc. over there. As we have discussed, the workers can then be classified as efficient and inefficient on the basis of the standards. So Taylor wanted to differentiate between efficient and inefficient workers. He wanted to reward efficient workers, so he introduced different rate of wages payment for those who are performing above the standard, and for those below the standards, those who are doing will be paid less. So with the help of example also we can understand it, that a person is being paid more when he is producing more. A person is asked to produce 10 units a day. The one who is producing more than 10 or up to 10 will be paid on 50 rupees per unit. The one who is producing less than 10 units will be paid on 40 rupees. The difference will automatically affect the people, those who are working. And this will segregate inefficient and efficient. Inefficient will try to do better and efficient will feel motivated. So these are the different techniques given by Taylor. I hope it is clear to you.